Hey, you fucks. Thanks for, checking out the videos, showing a little bit of support. How about you take it to the next level and show us some love over there on Patreon, huh? Huh? Huh?
Yo, 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 yo. Hello, everybody out there on the YouTube source. It's good, buddy. Hot, sexy Papa Tkyo coming to you live from the J-Land. Yes, with another hot sexual rant over B-roll, because that's what we do. Cash, baby, is what it does. And anyway, we're talking over B-roll that I have from when I got to go meet another fellow American living in Japan named Chica. I don't know what happened to her. I think she moved. I remember, unfortunately, like I went in this video. I went and met her and her husband, but I remember seeing a video that they got divorced, and yeah, that's a fun way to start up this rant. But it sucks because they look so happy and working well together, but yeah, I'm going through all this like different B-roll that I have, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like let's put, let's use some of this B-roll and shit, and like fuck it, right? Like today we're gonna be talking about like Japanese animes that I've been watching, trying to talk about the new ones that I've been watching too, because I don't know, I got kind of like prompted. Last night when I went to go eat some ramen, I was talking to this older dude, and he was really hyped up about like what animes are going to be happening in 2024 and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, like, and it's fun, it's fun. Like we're both like kind of drunk and just getting ramen, and I don't know, man. It's just it's so nice. Like last night it was raining. Cats and dogs, rainy season in Japan, always the cats and dogs shit, but it was just nice, like you go out and you're just super wet, and because I don't do the umbrella shit, like I know a lot of people that do the umbrella shit, but I always end up getting wet anyway, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll just like go into the bathroom and like wring my shirt out or something full of water, and this is one of the nice things about being fat. But also, if it's raining and you're going outside that day, it's better just to make sure that you have a bathtub filled with hot water and stuff when you come home, and then just sit in that to regulate your temperature back to normal. But anyway, yeah, this is we were talking about anime and stuff, and and I always get, not always, but I like to get a bowl of ramen when it's raining, especially if I've been drinking, just because it warms you up and it's all salty. It helps with the alcohol, booze, and the grease and everything, and it's funny, but anyway, yeah. So that's what prompted me to make this rant today. And in this footage, oh god, back when I tried to rock a mustache, oh, it's so cringe. Anyway, there's Chica and her husband, and God, it was so hot that day. It was so unbelievably hot, and this is in the middle of Corona, so don't get all anal about the fucking masks and stuff, guys. But yeah, they were so nice. I have like nothing bad to say about these two. They were so nice. They were so cordial, and yeah, it makes me sad that they got divorced. But you know what? If they're happier not being together or something, then more power to them. But oh man, they were just, sometimes you just meet nice people and stuff. And yeah, that guy was rocking the bandana too. Hell yeah, dude. He was cool, man. His nickname was Cloud because he liked Final Fantasy or something. I was like, hell yeah, that guy fucks. And but anyway, yeah, this is us just walking around here, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, so anyway, yeah, Shinogo. God, it was just so hot that day. It was just so goddamn hot. You can't see it in the video, but it was just the sun. It was one of those days where it's like, it's not temperature hot, it's just the sun is so strong. Like, you really want to wear one of those, like, Australian safari hats or something on a day like this. I think I might get one of those just to be, like, just to be old and lame. Be like, yeah, I'm wearing my, me safari hat today. We're gonna go hunt some wallabies. And yeah, anyway, we're in the 4-minute point of this, so let me just do a self shout out really quick, guys. None of this is. I don't make any money off of the views of these videos because I don't get enough views. So this site, this channel, this YouTube stuff. It's free entertainment for you guys, and this is 100% fan funded. So if you guys like this, if you enjoy it and you want to help me out, you can go over to patreon.com/TkyoSam and sign up for some Japanese lessons, or check out some B-roll or whatever. You go check it out and have a good time, and it really helps support the channel, even if it's $1, guys. Honestly, it helps. And if you don't like Patreon, you can become a member on this channel or the Tkyo Sam channel. Then you get special privilege access to parts of the Discord that normal people don't get access to. And thank you again for everybody who super chats or super comments. People think it doesn't help, but it really does, guys. It really does. So thank you so much for that. And I think we have some sponsors like Epidemic Sound or whatever too, so make sure to go and check that out as well. It's pretty cool. And I need to get some more fucking sponsors in here now that I think about it. Even NordVPN, you guys, for any of you guys who are YouTube creators or whatever, if you it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, you can still apply to be an affiliate with NordVPN, and you send them your information for your YouTube channel, and then they're like, okay, yeah, cool, and then you can become an affiliate. And the cool thing is that if you become an affiliate, you get 3 years of NordVPN for free, which pisses me off because I had paid for 3 years a year before that. So I was like, damn it, why didn't they tell me about this before? But I should. I don't know. NordVPN's great. You should use it. I don't have the thing, but yeah, look at this. This is right in the middle of Corona. No tourists, and there's just trash, guys. Yeah, look at me just talking to the chickies, because the ladies, they're very attractive and nice. Yeah, it's so funny. This is the middle of Corona, right? No tourists, but there's just a huge pile of trash right over there. Yeah, we're in Shinokubo, which is Koreatown. Guys, if so many of my viewers are like, where do I go to meet women? Where do I go? Dad, help. And I'm like, okay, go to Shinokubo, guys. Go, if you want to meet women, it's just a numbers game. Go to where the women are, and there's a shit ton of them in Shinokubo. So go over there and have fun. You'll have a good time. And this is when I had my black bandana, and I lost this fucking bandana. I can't believe I lost it. I wanted to find it, and damn it, yeah, I need to make some more bandanas and stuff. And look, that place was called Sam Kyoiku Gakuen or something. So that place is called the Sam School, and I'm like, yeah, cause it's ma'am. And yeah, that's cool. That's badass. And we were just walking down the street, walking and talking to people. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun when you can talk to people and hang out. And God, fucking wearing these masks. The thing is that masks were never a big deal until people made them a big deal. And you got to remember, in Japan, I don't care about other countries, but in Japan, people wear masks to not piss off other people. It's just that's how selfless Japanese people are. Society is. It's you're wearing this not because you necessarily believe in what they're saying, but because you don't want to inconvenience the other people. I mean, that's why it's I have to go to the what do you call it, the mental clinic every month to get my ADHD pills, because they can't just give me 2 months worth of pills. So I have to go there every month, and sometimes there will be a new Corona .0 or a flu or whatever. And luckily my clinic is cool, but if you go to a big hospital and it's in the middle of flu season or something, they're going to ask you to wear a mask. And if you don't wear a mask, they're not going to give you one for free. You have to go to the convenience store and buy a mask. And so because of that, it's one of those things where it's you could, I'm fighting, and them fighting words. But for me, I'm just look, dude, pick your battles, right? And it doesn't matter. I've got this really nice, really comfortable cloth mask that I have in my bag always. So if I go there and they're like, oh, there's a flu going around, can you put the mask on? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I always do the thing where I have my nose out anyway, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, anyway, it's so funny. Dad, aren't we gonna talk about anime? I know, son, I know. Let me just spiel a little bit. Yeah, but this, I don't know, guys. See, I'm a big chunky boy, right, with blonde hair and shit, right? But it's most people. I ran into this really nice Western lady last night, and she looked nice. She was attractive. She was looking to get a little bit frisky with this Marine guy that was there, and I'm like, yeah, you two are young and you're full of hormones. You go have sex. You do it right now. But what is it? She was saying how like, you know, they're both tourists, and she's like, it's so hard for, you know, she's like, no women have come up and talked to me, and like the only people that have talked to me are guys, so that's why I'm hanging out with guys. And she's like, but I want some female friends. And I'm like, well, you got to make the first move. You got to talk to people. But you got to realize, like, Japanese people are just trying to be polite and they're reserved most of the time. So as long as you can be that icebreaker, like, it kind of gives them informal permission to get out of their shell and be like, yeah, I can finally, yeah, it's fun. So I don't know. It's just nice. And I like being that guy. I like being that guy with them, you know, like giving them permission to, like, you know, be different for at least like the little time that we have with the interaction, you know. But anyway, yeah, this place was nice. Like, what is it, Chica? I don't know if she knew this place or not, but yeah, we went up here and we got like a chocolate shake or something, and yeah, I don't know, man. Those Koreans, they love their fried chicken, they love their cheese, and they love their fucking desserts, you know. And yeah, that's just you know, the thing is like like I never go to Koreatown that often, even though like the food is great, just because it's like, you know, the food is good, but it's expensive, you know. Oppositely, like Korean food's known for being like cheap and stuff, but oh yeah, this is so funny. And like, it's the middle of Corona, right? And like, you're not supposed to touch hands, social distance, and I'm like shaking this dude's hand, like I don't care. Like, that shows how much I gave a shit about this. But yeah, I normally don't go to these Korean places because they cost a lot. But anyway, let me get into the talk here, guys. Like, this rant is specifically for, yeah, see, she's spraying down her hands now. This rant was specifically for anime in 2024, right? And this is anime that either I've watched or I want to watch, because like I said with that guy from fucking the ramen place, you know, he was like really excited for all these Natsu no anime, you know, like these Japanese animes that are coming out. And so yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. Yeah, and I guess oh fuck, I forgot to do the question of the day. I guess the question of the day is, are there any animes you're looking forward to, or were there any good animes you've watched recently? And bonus points if it's for a new anime. Yeah, let me know. God damn, dude, like, I am, in this fucking video, I'm probably, like, 20 pounds heavier than I am right now. And, like, 20 pounds isn't a big deal heavier, right? But, like, god damn, I feel like I could just see myself in that. And I'm like, wow, I've done pretty good. You know, I've done pretty good. This video footage is, like, what, like, maybe 2-3 years old? Probably 3 years old now. And I'm you know, I'm still a chunky boy, but less chunky than that time. But anyway, yeah, there was some anime, and it was cool because, like, again, like, when I first came to Japan, I was like, I would talk to these guys and stuff, and like talk to my students and shit about like what anime they like, and they'd be like, oh, Sam Sensei, like, you came to Japan, like, what anime do you like? And you know, I'd always tell them the stuff that I saw back home, like Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, Tenchi Muyo. And they were like, oh, I guess I kind of know that. Like, well, Japanese people, quite a few of them know Tenchi Muyo, or quite a bit of them. But yeah, like, a lot of them don't know, like, Outlaw Star, or like Cowboy Bebop, or Trigun, or whatever. Like, any of the Toonami or you know, Adult Swim stuff, they don't really know that much. It wasn't that popular in Japan, or at least I think it would have been popular. Like, it's popular among people that liked it, but they didn't market it that much, you know. Hold on, let me have to wet the whistle with the morning lemon water. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so it's like, Japanese people, like, if you talk about the most famous animes, like, you say, like, oh, I like Gundam, or, I like Evangelion, or Dragon Ball, or, like, Pokemon, or Digimon, they know those. But, you know, like, in Japan, like, you know, normally, really popular animes are, like, One Piece, or, like, Slam Dunk, or, Yokai Watch, like basically anything that's on local TV, like local, not cable, like non-cable TV shows are the ones that people like to watch. But it's weird because like anime is usually around God, I have a TV here and I haven't turned it on in months. I should really get back into watching TV. Yeah, like usually anime is on Sunday morning, or it's on or it's like at like from midnight till like, it's weird. I don't know why they don't show more anime during prime time. Primetime Japanese TV shows are usually like stupid variety shows, or like where it's just like it's literally fucking famous Japanese people reacting to stuff. It was reaction YouTubers before reaction YouTubers were a thing. And yeah, and so it's so funny too, because it's like we give people shit for reacting, but we don't give celebrities shit for reacting because they got famous for something else, and then we want to know more about them, so we like their reactions. But people that are like, I'll just react to stuff, and I'm like, I mean, to be fair, like I know there's another YouTuber in Japan that he got contacted. He does reaction videos all the time, and he gets contacted constantly by companies just because they know that he's gonna react to their stuff. And like the people that make stuff watch reactor videos and stuff. Like I remember when I was with the Rocket guys, like they would watch videos of people reacting to the videos and stuff, and they loved it. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, so anime, it's ma'am. Cracky, what anime do you like? It's ma'am. Yeah, so, anime, because I mean, like, I like all kinds of anime, right? I mean, I've always been an anime guy. I never thought I was, like, a super, like, it's like, what do you call it, Like, for example, like, I really like Real Big Fish or, like, MC Chris or something. Like, those are bands where I could put on any album and, like, really enjoy, like, the music or, like, enjoy any song pretty much. Like, that's, like, a clear example of, like, but I'm not a hardcore fan. Like, I won't go to their, I mean, I would go to the concerts if they came to Tokyo, but it's just, like, I'm not like, I don't know the names of these songs half the time or whatever. Like, I recognize them. It's like classical music. Like, I'll recognize a song, but I don't know the name of it. So it's like I still don't consider myself super hardcore. Like, if you're super hardcore, you'll know the bandmates' names. You'll know the kind of equipment they play. You'll know, like, when they started. You'll know all their album names and shit. So it's like I like music, but I'm not hardcore into, like, really diving into the knowledge of that stuff. And same thing with anime. Like, there's certain animes that I really like, but I don't dive super hardcore into it, like, hey, what did this guy, or what did this director, like, what other, like, animes did they make, or what, this voice actor, what other animes have they been in? Like, I mean, if I find out and I'm like, oh, that's a nice coincidence, but I'm not, like, going out of my way to do that, But I mean, that being said, like, thanks to the internet and thanks to being a teacher, like, I have, like, both worlds, online and offline, of people telling me what animes are, like, they're watching and stuff. And so, yeah, so I thought I'd just go through it. And so first off, like, the anime that's probably, like, I want to talk about the most is Solo Leveling. Now, I don't know if you guys watch that. In Japanese, they call it, like, Oredake Level Up no Ken, or whatever. And I originally saw this on Netflix. Oh, wait, no. So I saw this, there's a live streamer I like to watch called Cracky Reads. And he's got what everyone needs. He plays games in Japanese, and then he translates them in front of your very eyes. God damn it! Let me click on the video, you jackass. I found this great driving channel. What is this called? It's called J Movie, and this guy just goes on drives, and he's got a 4K GoPro video camera. I don't know how he gets it so smooth, but it's just it's a very nice video. Oh yeah, this is us drinking the super hyper milkshake stuff. Yeah, I can't drink stuff like this anymore, dude. It just puts me in like a hummingbird coma. It's not really, it's not super bueno. That was really tasty, though. It was really fucking tasty, but just too much sugar, man. Fucking A. Yeah, what is it? Solo leveling. I found out about this because I watch a streamer called Cracky Reads, and one day he hosted this other VR tuber who basically I don't know about Kick right now, like these days, but that VR tuber at the time, I mean, at that time you could watch like copyright shit on Kick. And like they didn't really give a fuck. So this guy was a VR tuber, and he was watching like animes and reacting to them, and he was really fucking cringe. He was just like way over the top, and it just like it's like I don't know, it just reminded me of weebs like back home that are just like the tism, you know. But yeah, this guy he was watching the second episode of Solo Leveling. And I was like, oh shit, like what's going on here? And then like there's a guy, and like all these people are like, we need to get out of this dungeon, brah. And this guy's like, I will sacrifice myself for the group or something. And I was like, wait a second, like this actually looks pretty cool. Like what anime is this? I want to watch it. And so then I found that anime on what did I find? I found this anime on what was it, on Netflix, I think it was. No, at first they were streaming it on Amazon Prime, I think. Like they streamed it on everything else, but Amazon Prime was the one that released the video first, or at least the first couple days or whatever. And yeah, it was really cool. Hi to everybody in the premiere chat, by the way. I'm kind of late on saying hi, but yeah, yeah, everybody in the premiere chat, are there, do you guys know Solo Leveling? What did you think about it? It's, because, like, I don't want to be an old man who doesn't have his thumb on the pulse of shit. Like, I want to know stuff, like, I want to know, about, like, what's happening with shit, So it's, like, for me, I want to watch, like, I want to listen to the new music. I want to watch the new movies. Like, I don't want to be an old man who doesn't expose himself to the new stuff, right? Because it's like, it doesn't matter if the new stuff sucks or not. Like, I want to at least know it so I can appreciate the older stuff that I do like. Because you got to remember, like, when we were growing up, there was still a lot of fucking shit music out there. And you just had to kind of wade your way through it, right? And so, same thing with, like, the new stuff. Like, it makes me remember that scene at the end of Trainspotting 2 where Sick Boy and Renton are sitting in his apartment and they're just watching MTV. And, like, Sick Boy hasn't changed, Like, he's just the same old young dude who's, like, he's watching MTV when he was 20. He's watching MTV when he's 50. He's just, like, he's still connected to, like, the new music. Like, he's still, like, into the stuff that, like, people when he was young would still be into, right? And so, that's cool. Like, you don't, what is it? It's like, you don't want to, you want to visit nostalgia. You don't want to be stuck there, right? And so it's like, and sometimes you're pleasantly surprised, right? Like, I don't watch kids movies ever, but if I'm with my students or whatever, I'll put on, like, if they have like, if there's clips on the internet or something, I'll put on some clips of new Disney movies or new TV shows, and I'm like, wow, like, animation quality has come so fucking far. Like, holy shit. Like even for, like, just normal kids shows, I'm like, damn, like, I don't know about the storyline stuff of this part, but, like, it's pretty good, They're doing good stuff, but still doesn't mean you can't show them the old stuff and let them like it. And besides, like, there's a big difference between using computers to, like, enhance things versus just, like, using computers to make the whole show, right? And Solo Leveling is pretty interesting because it's it's cool because, like, I think it was originally a Korean manga. Somebody correct me on that, but the studio that works on it is in Korea, I think. So they've moved all those animation studios that used to be in Japan to Korea now. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I really, really like it, It's awesome. And like, I don't care where the anime comes from as long as it's good, right? But Solo Leveling is about, I don't know, how do I explain this? So, it's like, there's the regular world 2024 right now, Japan, right? But, like, a couple years ago or 10 years ago or something, all these random portals to dungeons started opening up around the world. And so, you go into the dungeons, and like, you know, like monsters are there and shit, right? And so because it's not like just like a parallel world, it's just like a bunch of little tiny like dimensions that have like, that's just a dungeon, like that's all it is. And but it's cool, right? And so like these people, they go and I don't remember how exactly this happens. Like a company develops a thing or whatever to, like, you know, see if people are like if they have latent abilities to like actually participate in the dungeons, like if they have like, you know, if they you know, could become a warrior class or a mage class or like a rogue class kind of thing. And it's really cool. It's cool. So like people go there, and then it's like, oh yeah, you have magical abilities. You can register, and like you can register with us officially, so you can go into the dungeons. And like all of these dungeons, for the most part, like you have to get kind of permission to. Like it's a great blend of like what would happen if this actually happened, with like the government and bureaucracy of this shit, and all the different corporations wanting to like make money off of this, and anyway, the main character, God, why don't I ever remember the fucking main characters' names in these? It's like more important to me is the story versus like the names of these characters. But the main character is this young dude. His mom's in the hospital. Like she's got this sickness that came that a couple people got when the dungeons came out. And the only way to like fix her health is to get like a certain item from the dungeon. And but the dungeons are random, right? So like the best way to go to a lot of dungeons and make sure you don't die is to be like a high level, right? Or you got to be in a group. And so like in the first episode, you see that he's joined a raiding group to go into one of those dungeons. And everyone's like, this guy, oh, I know this guy. Like he's just kind of like he's like a mooch, like an unintentional mooch. Like he's so weak, he never levels up. And like everyone always has to carry his ass and stuff. But the guy's smart, and you know, he's like a nice dude, so people like him and they don't mind if he comes along or whatever. But anyway, on like the first episode, they go into this dungeon that was supposed to be like, you know, a level C or like a level D or something, like a pretty like, you know, easy dungeon for most people. And then when they get in there and they get to the very end, they realize that like the boss's room is actually like a level A or something. Like it's one of the like highest level ranking shit. And it's not just like a boss, there's like a puzzle there. And so like all these people in the group start fucking dying one by one by one. And everyone's panicking, and he's the only one who realizes the pattern to this puzzle. And he saves a lot of people by telling them like what to do. And then, like, you know, like once they're at like the final stage of the puzzle or whatever, the door opens and a lot of people start running away, and but somebody has to stay behind to like keep the attention of the monsters or something. So he stays, and like they basically like sacrifice him, and he's like, what the fuck, like, you know, like I was just here as like cannon fodder, like this is bullshit. And anyway, he's lost his arm, he's lost his leg, he's fucking like he's gonna die, you know. And then one of the big monsters, they're about to stab him or something, and then it's like a little prompt comes up, and it's like, do you want to live? You know, are you willing to do what you need to live or whatever? And like the guy's like, yes. And then he basically gets teleported and healed randomly to the beginning part of the dungeon where like other people find him, and then they bring him back and they put him into the hospital. And it's like, okay, so what's so special about that? There's dungeons in the real world, and you know, so there's a dungeon in the real world, and some people have like you know, like RPG powers and stuff. Woo woo. Like, what's the big deal? Well, the cool thing is that when the guy basically gets reincarnated or whatever, like they say saisei sareteru, like when he gets like a kind of like an instant replay, or when he gets like another life, they basically give him the option to start leveling up all his stuff. He gets all these menu prompts that all the other people that are quote unquote players or whatever, or like you know, participants in the raids, like they don't see any of this shit, but he can see it. And at first he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm hallucinating. And there's a thing that says like, okay, and it's funny, you know, that the guy who watched this or the guy who made this loves fucking One Punch Man. because One Punch Man, for all you guys who don't know, it was like a web comic that got really popular, and then it became a manga and an anime, and like, but they actually put like a lot of fucking effort into it, so like the animation looks super crisp and it's really good. But anyway, the main character is this like invincible guy, and he calls himself One Punch Man, and the guy, like, you know, people are like, how did you get so strong? Tell us, what did you do? And he's like, I did 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups every day, and then I ran for 10 kilometers every day. And then during winter, I didn't use a heater, and during summer, I didn't use the air conditioner. And I'm like, the fuck, dude, goddamn. And anyway, yeah, that was just that's fucked. Poor dude, right? And but yeah, anyway, and like everyone in One Punch Man is like fucking bullshit. But anyway, when the main character of Solo Leveling comes to, and he sees that menu prompt being like, look, you survived, you can start leveling up now. And it's like, here's your daily challenge. And he's like, what do you mean daily challenge? And it's like, if you do not do your daily challenge, you will be punished accordingly or whatever. Or you will have to face like a punishment challenge or whatever. And his daily challenge is 100 squats, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and running 10K. And the thing is that it doesn't say you have to do this like in 2 hours. It says you have to complete all of this within 24 hours. So if he needs to rest, he can rest, you know? Like he can do he could do like 10 squats at a time, at a time, and then like wait like an hour or whatever and do like 20 more or something. Like, it doesn't matter as long as he gets done all of that stuff every day. And when he doesn't do it, he gets sent to this like weird sand country, like sand planet dungeon where this giant worm from like Zelda Majora's Mask like starts chasing him. And it's like you need to survive for 4 hours. If you don't survive for 4 hours, you will fail the mission, but also you will die for real, not for play. Hold on a second. Ugh, these allergies. It rains, and then the sun comes out, and it's nice when it rains, but as soon as it gets sunny again, all that pollen goes back in the air and just But anyway, so anyway, like the guy, he barely makes it out of that challenge punishment. What is it, Desert Realm? He barely makes it out of there, and he's like, oh fuck, and he's like, okay, he's like, okay, so I have two options. I either do that daily 100 squats, 50 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 100 push-ups, and the 10K running, or or it's gonna send me automatically back to where that giant worm is. And he was like, fuck that. And so yeah, he's just like, God, that fucking sucks. And so it forces him to get stronger. And I like that because I feel like a lot of people put too much weight and emphasis on natural talent, you know, on like natural, like, oh man, like if only I could do what you do, blah 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 blah. But it's like, when you think about it, like push-ups, sit-ups, and squats, like that does kind of cover your whole body, you know, and when it comes to muscles, or at least it covers a majority of it, right? And then on top of that, if you're running, that helps with your cardiovascular too, right? And so I don't know. I like that. I like that idea that it's like, okay, I bet each one of us, if we were told that we would be chased by a giant monster for 4 hours, and we're like, especially me, right? Like I can't run that long. You know, it's like, okay, you're either gonna get killed by a giant worm, or you're like, you know, or you might be able to hide, but maybe, like, you know, but more than likely, like, you're gonna be scraping for your life every second of that 4 hours. Or you could take 24 hours to do 100 squats. Like, all of us, when we think about it, we have the time every day to do 100 squats, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups. Like, if somebody told you you need to do that, like, if we don't even put the running in there, right? Like, if somebody was like, you need to do 100 squats, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every day, and it's like, but you can do it throughout the day. You don't need to do it all at once. I bet a lot more people would do that, you know? I think we're all capable of doing that, you know? And that's one thing that's like, it's slowly been changing for me, is that one of my friends, he is his wife hasn't been appreciating him and his sexiness. And the guy used to be a bodybuilder, and now he's just some skinny white dude. And when his wife met him, you know, he was like straight out of the military, and he was like looking all jacked and fucking super sexy and stuff. And now he's just like some skinny dad, you know. And so in order to inspire him to start gaining muscle and like working out again, I was like, okay, I'm gonna each time, like every day, I'm gonna do something exercise wise. Like if I'm at home, I'm gonna lift dumbbells. If I'm outside, I'm gonna put on my little watch and count my steps, and I'm gonna report into him every day about my stuff, because that means that he'll you know, he'll be like, oh well, it's like accountability buddy, but not as gay, you know, not as lame faking gay. Man, you know, it's like I have a thing in my journal where it's like, how many dumbbell reps did I do today? And like I feel kind of shitty because like yesterday I only did 40, and so I already did 20 reps today, and it's not even fucking it's not even 10:30 a.m. yet. So, and I need to get out of here in like 3 or 4 hours and stuff. So it's gonna be, and so like anyway, I'll get my walking in there too. But you know, I did 40 yesterday, so I have to do at least 50 today. And I don't know. I mean, like the main goal should be to do 100 a day, but like the whole thing is with this is that like I want to use the dumbbells as kind of like a foundation, right? So it's like, but I'd eventually want to start like making this bigger and better. And like people say like, oh, you should go to a gym. Gyms are like, nah. Like, you know, you look at dudes who are like that don't have gyms, or like guys who are like in prison or something, right? Like they don't got fucking weights or whatever, but they're able to make their bodies tight, right? And it's like, yeah, like there are ways for you to keep healthy and gain muscle without having to go to the gym and stuff. And plus, if you go to the gym, you got to cover up your tattoos. You got to wear a mask, or at least during Corona, you had to wear a mask. It's just all this fucking stupid bullshit, and you're paying $80 a month on top of that. So I'm like, nah, I'll do all the workouts at home. It's easier. I can be naked if I want to, and I can watch like YouTube videos in the background. So yeah, I'm gonna just do that, you know. But yeah, I mean, the whole point is like I love this anime because like it's inspired me to be like, yeah, like this guy. Most animes you see, like the protagonist has like a natural ability, or they have like a hidden ability, right? Like, you know, you watch Dragon Ball and Goku's naturally strong because he's a Saiyan, but on top of that, he got trained by like Grandpa Gohan, and he's in the middle of the fucking in the forest, right? And it's like Naruto too. Naruto, he didn't really have any good skills. He wasn't good at throwing ninja stars or whatever. But you know, like he what is it? Like he wasn't good at ninja stars or like doing any ninjutsu or whatever, but he also had the fox demon inside of his stomach to kind of help him when his like non-talented ass was like in trouble, right? And so it's like I love Solo Leveling because this guy, there's nothing special about him. Like he's smart and he's kind, but like, you know, he's also like he doesn't have confidence in himself. Like he doesn't think that he's worthy of being a better person. And by this like kind of force of nature, like aka like dying and then being brought back to life and then having that fear of dying again, the guy starts taking shit more seriously. And I mean, like, what better way in order to feel like more empowered, or not empowered, but like what better way to remind yourself that you will die than dying once, right? And like a lot of us, like we get so stuck on this autopilot bullshit that like we take living for granted. We take the time that we have left for granted. Like we're all on running clocks, guys. Like we're all on clocks that are eventually going to burn out at some point. You know, and so it's like we're all on borrowed time. That's what they say, borrowed time, right? So I love Solo Leveling for just reminding all of us that we all have the power and the ability to be what we want to be, you know? And like the only person that's really in our way is us, you know? And I feel like that's very empowering. Empower Rangers. You know, I like that though, and like, and it sucks that it's only like I think it's like only like 13 episodes now, and then they're gonna wait for later. And it's funny because like at that ramen shop last night, that guy was telling me that he's like, "Oh, dude, I've read all the manga. You know, the manga's finished, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, it is? Damn!" And it's like, and I'm like, "Oh, but I really love the anime. I want to kind of continue watching the anime, but I might just have to buy the manga and just finish the story that way because I want to know what happens, right?" But, and yeah, like, shit, we've been talking for 40 minutes, and I only talked about one anime so far. Sweet Jesus. But, I mean, that's the cool thing about this series, is that, like, I can, it's like, it's not on purpose that I'm stretching these, right? But it is, like, called Tkyorants for a reason, and so, you know, it's nice that we can, I can, like, do this multiple times and stuff, and we can talk about all these different things, because I think, like, you know, one of the reasons why we go online or why we ask our friends about certain animes is because, like, it could have the best trailer ever, but, like, we want to, like, we want to care, you know, like, we want to be, like, swayed, you know, we want to be sold on this stuff. Like, I remember all my students, they kept telling me to watch Gintama, which is, like, kind of like the, not animation wise, but contemporary wise, it's like, it's kind of like South Park. It pokes a fun, like, a lot of fun at Japanese society and stuff. And you know, and then my like my ex-girlfriend at the time, she was like, "Yeah, you gotta watch it." She was a big like nerd and stuff too. And then finally, like, she got me to watch it, and I was like, "This is pretty good." She's like, "I told you." And then I got Katz, my buddy Katz, to watch it too, and he like fell in love with that anime. So I don't know, it just goes to show, but it's like, you know, like, I had to be sold on it, and she's like, well, Gintama is, and, like, I'll actually save Gintama, telling you what Gintama is all about next time around, because I haven't even watched all of it. It's like one of those series where it's like One Piece, where it's like, I've watched probably over 100 episodes, but there's like hundreds of episodes and multiple movies, right? So, but that's a great anime that I should try to get back into. But anyway, yeah, Solo Leveling, go check it out. It's pretty badass. And yeah, let's get into the next anime that I wanted to talk about. Demon Slayer, or Kimetsu no Yaiba. And yeah, Demon Slayer. Who's heard of Demon Slayer? Any of you guys watched Demon Slayer yet? It's pretty cool, huh? And look at this. We're in the yakiniku place. This place was amazing, guys. Like, I gotta remember the name of this, but like the view of Shin Okubo and just the amount of food that we got for the amount that we paid. Actually, big shout out to them. You know, whenever I go anywhere, I always expect that I'm gonna pay. I never expect anyone else to pay, but if somebody offers to pay, I'm not gonna be humble and be like, "Oh no, I got it." I'm like, "No, is it okay?" Like, if you're offering, I will take you up on it. And but they were so nice. They were so nice. We went here. It wasn't even that expensive. But, yeah, this was just, it was really nice. It was really cool. And, yeah, if you guys are coming to Japan and you want, like, a nice Korean barbecue experience, you definitely should go here. And I don't know what the name is. So you guys have to remind me in the comment section. Dad, what was the name? And I'll look it up later. Yeah, because that place was fucking awesome. But, yeah, what else? Yeah, so Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. This became a really big deal in Japan, this anime. And the funny thing is this anime was, it became, what was it? Like, I think it became the highest grossing anime movie, ever in Japan. And the movie's not even that good. Like, the movie's not that good. It was all hype, you know? I mean, like, it's great. Like, the animation is really good. The voice acting is great. But, I mean, like, the story's kind of... It's just kind of meh, you know? And, I mean, to be fair, I'm criticizing a children's cartoon. So, you know, like, that's... it's like, yeah, don't you know? Like, yeah, how could I ever have lost to a child at a child's card game, you know? Oh, coffee. Oh, man, I'm hungry. I gotta make my stir fry soon. I woke up at 6 a.m. because I was drinking last night. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys drink, or can you guys sleep after you drink? When I sleep, I get a decently solid sleep, but I can only sleep for like 5 or 6 hours. And I just cannot go back to sleep afterwards. I think it's just because your brain, like, you know, alcohol dehydrates you. And then your brain fucking gets dehydrated too, and you're just like, And yeah, guys, again, I don't know. Actually, you guys tell me if this is true or not for you guys in the premiere or in the comment section. You know, my mom would always make my little brother and I, like, take a shower or a bath after we were out playing in the rain. And again, like, it's so funny, like, Japanese people, they go out in the rain, and, I mean, to be fair, they're not as fat as me, right? So, like, they probably get colder a lot quicker than me. But, you know, I just don't use an umbrella most of the time. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, like, if my pants are wet, it's fine. I got big fat thighs, you know, it's fine. Like, I don't get cold that way. Like, the only place that you really need to keep warm is your core. And like, the thing is that, like, when you're sitting down, like, in an office or whatever, like, hypothermia doesn't kick in until you sit down and you're calm. When you're outside or whatever, like, your body's regulating everything. So when you come home, you got to take a hot shower or you take a hot bath. And so I knew that it was going to be raining all day, and I knew that, like, I wasn't going to take an umbrella out. So as soon as I come home, I'm just covered in you know, rainwater or whatever. And I just hop in that bath and watch some Netflix, and it was really nice. It's nice, and then you get that core temperature back up, and then you can go to bed and you're just feeling good. And it makes me, it's like so multi-nai. It's like such a waste that at my old house, I had like one of those automatic bath fillers, and, you know, give it like 5 to 10 minutes, it'll fill up your bath. Like, my bath right now, it takes about 30 minutes to fill it up, and it doesn't do warm water. It either does cold or hot. And so you gotta, like, let the bath go for like 20, 25 minutes. Like, if you want to take a bath now, you gotta take it for at least like hot water for 20 minutes and then like cold water for 10 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes to kind of even it out. It's so funny. But so, like, what I do is I just let the bath run in the morning for about 30 or 40 minutes, and then I put the cover on the bathtub there, and it'll stay hot for the whole day. It's great. As long as I don't, like, open the window or keep my door open or whatever, like, the heat will stay there for the most part. And even if it doesn't stay, like, 100%, and it kind of goes back to warm, all you got to do is just, as soon as you get home, just, like, let the hot bath water go for about 10 minutes, and it'll heat that shit back up pretty good. But, yeah, man, I don't know, guys. I mean, like, I know that you guys, some of you don't like baths out there, but I'm telling you, man, like, just being able to soak, oh, so good. It's so Mormon, just soaking. What? Do you want to soak with me? Yeah, let's go soak, bro. What? Anyway, Demon Slayer. So if all you guys don't know what Demon Slayer is because you've been living under a rock, Demon Slayer is a story about this guy named Tanjiro. I remember that now. His name's Tanjiro, and he is this boy. He's one of them good old boys, you know. His dad died a long time ago, and his whole thing is he's been taking care of his family. He had, like, I don't know, like 5 to 4 brothers or sisters or something, and he's got his mom. And so they live in the mountains, and it's cold. And Tanjiro has, like, a natural, like, good smelling ability. Like, he's good at smelling stuff. He's got, like, a hypersensitive nose. And so anyway, he goes down to the village or whatever to sell coal. Like, that's how they make money. Like, they cut down trees and then they make coal and then they sell it to the villagers for the winter. And anyway, when he comes back up home, or up the mountain to go see his family, he smells blood. He smells a lot of blood. And he's like, what the fuck? And then he goes out there and he sees that, like, what is it? Like, his whole family has been killed. And his sister Nezuko is, like, she's about to die. Like, she's on death's door kind of thing. So he brings her with him. And then she turns into this, like, weird fucking, like, kind of vampire-style monster. She's got, like, she doesn't have she has sentience, but she's, like, more of, like, a beast now. She's lost her humanity. And she, like, just wants to bite him. She's got, like, vampire fangs and stuff now. And she's got super strength or whatever. And so, and then there's this guy who comes around, and he's like, oh, I was too late. I've been tracking that monster that killed your family, and, like, I'm sorry I got here in time. And he's like, well, don't worry, I'll take care of your sister for you. And the guy's like, wait, what? He's like, no, man, like, she's still alive. Like, I bet I can try to fix her back and to make her human. And the other samurai guy or whatever that's there, he's like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, okay, well. And then, anyway, point is, something happens, and he's convinced that Nezuko still has some humanity left in her, and if she still has a little bit left, then they can maybe bring out the rest of it. And so the whole story from there is from there on is like Tanjiro going to try to basically fix his sister and make her human again. But in order to do that, he has to join this like elite group of samurai whose jobs are going and taking care of the onis. It's funny because they're pretty much just like they're pretty much like vampires, except instead of just vampires only want blood, these guys, they eat humans. So it's kind of like I don't know. Is there anything else like that? It's kind of like Tokyo Ghoul a little bit, right? Like these oni. There's like two types of oni. The ones that don't have sentience, and then the ones that do. And the ones that don't have sentience are just like mindless monsters, and they go attack people like zombies. But there's some oni that are like, they're smart, and that's why it kind of reminds me of vampires, because they don't want blood, but they need to feed off of humans. If they can't eat humans, then they go crazy and they go berserk, and they fucking just they get all angry, and they attack people at Walmart or something, So it's but with Nezuko, like he like Tanjiro realizes that he like as long as it's kind of like cravings instead of like actually being fulfilled with food, right? So he's like, if she God, I just realized how much fucking like video and picture we were. This is back when I was really on my social media thing. I can't ignore what's going on in the fucking video right now. We're all taking pictures of this shit. We're taking videos. We're being so fucking social media hype beasts right now. I mean, to be fair, I think everybody, when they're a creator, they go through this phase or whatever. But yeah, it's just funny. It's funny. I do not regret, what is it? And Mayor Quimby, after his unkempt and unprofessional comment about the French, and he's like, I stand by my ethnic slur. Yeah, a bunch of frog-eating surrender monkeys. Anyway, so I don't know, Kimetsu no Yaiba, it's like, it's nothing really unique when it comes to story. It's like, okay, there's these vampire style fucking monsters, and they want to slowly take over society and kill people. And then there's like a head vampire, like Oni guy, who controls all of them. And like, it's weird because at first it's like these monsters, they only were just like, they're just like stronger humans, but the further the story goes on, it just gets so much more convoluted. Like these samurai, they're able to control like powers within them that will like it could either like, and it controls like water element or fire element or electricity element. But the only way you can do this and unlock this power is through like super hardcore, like pretty much practically killing you training. And but if you can go through that training without dying, you'll unlock that power, and then it's easier for you to grow that power. And then it's like, you see of the vampires too, they have powers like where it's like, you think like, they would have powers like because everything comes down to like it comes down to Naruto logic, right? Like Naruto, you got taijutsu, which is just like physical attacks. It makes you physically stronger. You've got ninjutsu, which is like using different techniques, different tools or whatever to like fight. Like, like for example, like the guy who has bugs or whatever, he uses the bugs to attack people. Or example, like when somebody stabs you and then it turns out that wasn't you, that was like a wooden block or whatever, and like, so that's like the ninjutsu, right? Like using ninja techniques. And then there's geijutsu or genjutsu, which is like using like fucking with people's minds and like, making them hallucinate, telepathy, kind of like hypnosis, like telling them what to do and warping reality kind of thing. And so, like, yeah, in, like, Demon Slayer, they have that, too, pretty much, where it's like, oh, yeah, like, I'm a very physically strong guy. And then there's, like, people, like, they fight this one Oni vampire whatever thing where it uses regular knives, but the knives have poison on it. So that would be more of, like, a ninjutsu technique, right? And, I don't know, is ninjutsu technically fire or water techniques too? I guess that would technically be fire or water, right? So, I don't know. I mean, like it just seems like at least with JoJo, right? At least with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it was kind of like X-Men, right? Like in X-Men, you're born a mutant, right? Like you can't change who you are. But in JoJo, everybody gets stabbed by a magical arrow that unlocks like a power within them, kind of like the power fruit in like a One Piece, the Nomi Nomi, the Devil's Fruit or something. Like you eat the fruit, but those fruits, they all have the power within them. It's dictated by the fruit. It's not dictated by your ability or whatever. But in JoJo, you get stabbed and then it unlocks the ability that thinks like either it would work well with you or it's just like it's random, right? Random roulette shit. And some people get the good abilities, some people get the boring, weak abilities, right? And so it's like, it's funny because it's like when you think X-Men, it's like, oh, it's really simple, right? Like Morph can morph, Cyclops can shoot lasers out of his eyes, Wolverine has unlimited healing power, and he can like stretch his bones out of his hands to like claw shit or whatever, right? And Storm controls the weather, right? But then in JoJo, you have Jotaro or whatever, and he can stop time for like 4 or 5 seconds, right, kind of thing. Like, so he can actually stop time. Or you have that Green Day guy or whatever who can who can turn the ground into water and he can swim through it or something, right? It's so funny how like these skills are like so specific, right? Like you had that card dealer in JoJo season 3 who like he can read minds for like what you're gonna do for like playing a game or whatever. But if you are if you're pretending to do it, and he can only read one mind at a time, right? So like Jotaro gets another guy to secretly play the video game for him while acting like he's playing the video game. And so it's like X-Men, but like 2 or 3 levels above that, because it's a lot more specific powers and shit, right? And so same thing with like Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is like, they have this, like, one of the first enemies that they fight is this guy who has a drum, and when he bangs the drum, it changes like the room that like somebody is in this house. It's like this house is just a normal amount of rooms, but then like the guy expands it by pushing the drum or something, and then like when you go there, he'll change it. Like it either warps you to another part of the house, or it moves the room, so like it changes, like, you know, it goes from like the ceiling becomes the floor kind of thing or whatever, and it rotates the room. And it's just like it's so stupid. I'm like, wait, so this is like a vampire ability? What the hell's going on here? And I don't know. I mean, like, and like again, it's like vampires, right? Like they can't, like the Onis, like they can't get touched by sunlight, or else they die, and they have to consume parts of humans, or else they die. They have way more physical strength than humans, and they also are what the hell else is it? They have more physical strength than humans, and then also they can have like magical powers that I guess can do stuff like, they can open up like a wormhole somewhere and then transfer you in there. Like this one guy, like in the movie, the bad guy, because they made a movie to kind of like bridge the gap between season 1 to season 2, and in the movie, the character makes this whole train into like, that's his power. Like the train is like it's like a living thing, and so these people are in it, and then he has this ability that knocks the guy out. And so like if you knock the guy out, then obviously he's knocked down and you can kill him there. But also in the, like, you know, the guy is stuck in a dream and he's trying to fight in the dream, but the only way to get out of the dream is to die. And so the guy keeps the main character, Tanjiro, has to kill himself in the dream to wake up from the dream so the guy can't attack him while he's passed out. And it's I don't know, man. I mean, like, it's a cool concept, but at the same time, it's like, it's shit like this in anime where it's like, oh god, like if you're not paying attention, it's just gonna completely blow over your head, you know? Just like, you know, like, I don't know what's going on, help, you know, god damn it, coffee, what's going on? I don't know, Tkyo, but here, take a hit of this. Okay, coffee, I got, whoa, man, that's some heavy shit. I know, Tkyo, I put the wax in there. Oh god, coffee, why? But yeah, anyway, Yeah, shit. I only talked about 2 animes. Are you guys okay with the fact that I talked about only 2 animes? I feel like we could really stretch this stuff out, but it's a fun topic to talk about. And yeah, anyway, I don't know. Fuck, we're almost at an hour. I've been spieling. You know, that's one of the things. Is like play on your strengths. You know, and I'm a good talker. I'm a good gift of gab guy. I can, you know, I can't run for 500 miles, but I can at least talk for 500 miles. But anyway, yeah, guys, we're getting to the end of the video. So, did you like it? Do you guys like this talk? Do you want me to do more anime series related talks? Then fucking put it in the comments down below and let me know, guys, because I love the feedback. I love talking to you guys. And yeah, I'm always curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this stuff too. So yeah, anyways, let me know. Comments down below. Did you remember to smash the like button? And here, let's put a secret comment. The secret comment of the day, if you made it this far, is just say the guy in the green jacket fucks. Just say that. People will be confused. They'll be like, what? Who's wearing a green jacket? It'll be the guy in the green jacket fucks. That's the secret comment of the day. And extra bonus points if you put an emoji next to it that just doesn't make any sense. They'll be like, what? Rainbow or whatever. Something. And yeah, anyway, we always do like a live stream at the end of this, so I should be putting the URL link for that in here at some point. But yeah, again, thanks so much, guys, for the love and support. You know, these rants are fun for me, and yeah, I'm trying to do the blend of, you know, half of these will be recorded at home, half of these will be out and walking around. So yeah, appreciate you guys so much with the hot sex and the boobs, and thank you guys so much for the love and support. And yeah, I'll see you on the live stream. Yeah, peace out, guys. Oh God. Oh.